Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, from the area's largest television news organization, this is Newswatch 16 Weekend.
Good evening. Hurricane Gloria just won't let up. The storm is long gone, but the problems caused by Gloria linger on in our area. In the Lackawanna County community of Archbald tonight, some people are still dealing with flooded basements. The water is apparently coming into the homes in the Gilmartin and Church Street areas from flooded underground mines. Officials think that a pipe that usually takes the mine water away from homes may have broken because of the heavy rain from Gloria. Some homes have had up to 4 feet of water in their basement. Archbald's mayor says he'll ask for help tomorrow from the federal mining officials. It seems the hardest hit section of our area is in Scranton. So far, officials say they've totaled up a minimum of $5 million damage, and they're still counting. As Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine reports, some Scranton flood victims say help isn't coming fast enough.
This is how Joe Levinski's house still looks 2 days after Hurricane Gloria. If you think this is bad, the inside of his house along Albright Avenue isn't much better. Joe showed me the damage the water and mud did, shifting the furniture and ruining practically everything he had. Besides the mess he has to clean up, Joe is upset because he isn't getting any help. He says while rescue crews work on the south side of Albright Avenue, he and his neighbors on the north side are out of luck.
It's forgotten. You can see the mess here. We're forgotten right now. Everybody's on the other side of the river working, and we're here. We pay taxes like everyone else does, but we're just forgotten people.
Joe Levinskis is lucky in one respect. He has flood insurance. The Genosies next door aren't quite as fortunate. They've lost everything and are also having a hard time getting help.
We have nothing. Everything that is done here that you see is done. We had done by friends of ours who volunteered to help us, not by anything to do with the city or any kind of flood relief or anything.
Right now, about the only agency helping these people is Scranton Police, and police officers say there's a very good reason why the aid is so slow in coming.
The storm certainly didn't concentrate in just one area. In some of these areas, there aren't as many homes as there are in other areas, and so the equipment and the manpower is being concentrated by the city in the areas where there are a heavier concentration of people living.
Lieutenant Thomas says the help will get here. The people just have to be patient. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
Scranton Mayor James McNulty says he's aware of complaints that some neighborhoods still need help in a big way. His answer? City workers are doing the best they can, and no city could have prepared for the mess that Gloria left behind. Tonight, the Albright Avenue Bridge has been turned into a makeshift headquarters for the 80 or so electricians. The city has put them to work trying to restore power to about 100 PP&L customers. It's also been a command center for city officials. It's the scene of the city's worst flooding. Crews are starting there and fanning out to other neighborhoods. Mayor McNulty wants the state to declare Scranton a disaster area, and he has this advice for people who still have flooding problems.
Well, you contact us if they still have some water in their homes. I think I know we've pumped out every home here in the Albright Avenue area, and I believe in the plot area too. But we do have other problems in North Scranton, East Scranton, and West Scranton, and Manuka. I would recommend too that they call us if they have any electrical problems. I'm going to be looking for unemployed people to apply to the personnel office in City Hall tomorrow to work flood relief work, to come in and literally shovel mud out of basements of homes of people that are senior citizens and people that are handicapped and cannot do it for themselves.
Scranton Fire Chief Robert Ruddy says his men have gone over and above the call of duty, using their own cars and trucks to deliver bottled water.
I think we hit every elderly home in the city of Scranton besides the flood victim today.
We're pulling together real well.
Oh, yeah. So I think they're the best group of men there is.
And just about the entire city police department is working overtime, just in case.
About a double shift on 24 hours a day. All days off are canceled, and our people are working 7 days a week.
How long do you expect it to last?
Well, we're going to keep them on as long as we feel it's necessary to protect the public, which is our job.
Also on the streets of Scranton tonight, the local unit
I just picked up 10 more dozen of donuts.
You'll be on the job overnight then?
As long as it takes, we'll be out. Whenever we're done, we're done. But people can call our Chapter House if they need any assistance from now until this is all over.
The number for the Red Cross in Scranton is 344-7281. That's 344-7281 for Red Cross assistance in Scranton. All that water from Hurricane Gloria has left a lot of people in our area with little or no drinking water in their homes. And even more people are about to lose their water service. Tomorrow morning at 8, the water will be shut off to some Pennsylvania Gas and Water Company customers in Jessup. The Grassy Island section of Jessup will be affected, along with the section of town near the Erie and Hill Street. And it's also repairs can be made to a storm-related water main break near the Oliphant Reservoir. And it may take until Thursday to fix another water main break that has left about 25,000 PG&W customers high and dry in Luzerne County. Because of the water tanks have been set up in several parts of our area, such as here at the Avoca Fire Station in Avoca. The water, of course, is free for all who need it. Clean water is also available for people in Scranton from this tanker at the Scranton Memorial Stadium. Here now is a list of other locations for free water at the DuPont Borough Building, the Laughlin Fire Station. Also, officials in Laughlin say the fire truck will no longer be giving delivery free water. You'll have to pick it up at the fire station. Other free water locations include the Pittston Township Fire Station, Pittston Plaza, the Empire Yards on East Northampton Street in Wilkes-Barre, the Jenkins Township Municipal Building, Ray Talmadge's house on Westminster Road in Jenkins Township, the Russians Club on Center Street in Plains, and the Wilkes-Barre Votech School in Plains. One other note about the storm-related water problems. Because there's no water at the Pittston Area High School, there will be no school tomorrow in the Pittston Area School District. However, there will be classes for Votech students who go to the Wilkes-Barre Area Votech School. And environmental officials are hoping to learn soon exactly what caused an oil spill on the Susquehanna River after Friday's storm. Officials believe the oil came from the old Butler Mine Tunnel at Pittston, and it may have something to do with some illegal dumping done in that area of Luzerne County back in 1979. Coming up, another miracle in Mexico, plus a tribute to a rebel. We'll remember James Dean as Newswatch 16 Update continues.
Mexican food, and more Mexican food. Not just any Mexican food, you're looking at the best. Hi, this is Bob Woody to tell you that the Hacienda Mexican Restaurant is Mexican food served your way. Extra mild or extra hot, it's your choice. And look at this. This area's only Mexican fried ice cream. Even the desserts are special. Even the bar is special. From imported beers to Hacienda's own frozen drinks piled high in the glass. The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant is right across from the Southside Shopping Center in Scranton and worth the trip from anywhere.
Here are 12 attractive, sensible reasons for using rental uniform service on work clothes from Dempsey. Employee morale, trim, safety-engineered designs, action outfits for men and women in all kinds of light commercial industrial environments, unique attractive emblems, special styles for healthcare and pharmaceuticals, on-the-go styles that are clean, neat, and fresh in a wide range of attractive colors, hardworking clothes for hardworking people from Dempsey. Dempsey Uniform Rental Service. Call us today.
It was 30 years ago tomorrow when the legendary James Dean was killed in a tragic car accident. And as Mindy Mintz now reports, the rebel without a cause has not been forgotten.
You say it's because of me, you say it's because of the neighborhood. No, you use every other phony excuse. Mom, I want to do something right.
They say James Dean was too fast to live and too young to die. But since his death, his life has been a legend. This is the home where James Dean was raised by his aunt and uncle after the death of his mother. It's a farmhouse north of Fairmount, Indiana, and far from the fast life of Hollywood. This weekend, thousands lined the streets of his hometown, some who remember the days when James Dean walked these streets, and some too young to remember what life was like in the 50s. They idolize his memory and keep it alive. His high school drama coach says that's because young people identify with James Dean.
There's a great spiritual quality to that boy that I think it has to be something that came through the screen, so help me, and people can capture.
Whatever the reason, the devotion remains. Dean's tombstone was replaced after 30 years because fans had chipped away and even stolen the previous stone. The fascination brought some from as far away as New York.
1955 was the start of the first American teenagers, and Jimmy, the rebel, was the person that started it.
Now, he wasn't a rebel when he lived with us. We had no trouble with him whatsoever. He cooperated with us real well.
What would he think of all of this?
Oh, I suppose he'd laugh. I suppose he'd just laugh.
In Fairmount, Indiana, Mindy Mintz for ABC News.
And now, just to clear up any misconceptions or corrections that you might, or misconceptions you might have in your mind about that Red Cross telephone number, we said it right. And here is the number. The number for the Red Cross in Scranton is 344-7281. For those of you flood victims in the Scranton area who feel you might need the services of the Red Cross, you can call 344-7281. Next, meteorologist Paul Hepner will be telling us if we're in for more sunshine tomorrow. Come on, Paul, please.
We have to coach it in here, right? No, we've had 2 beautiful days.
Yes.
In fact, good weather for the people who are cleaning up from that flood. And I think that if you like today's weather, you're going to love tomorrow. Details coming right up.
Here are 12 attractive, sensible reasons for using rental uniform service on work clothes from Dempsey. Employee morale, trim, safety engineered designs, action outfits for men and women in all kinds of light commercial industrial environments, unique attractive emblems, special styles for healthcare and pharmaceuticals, on-the-go styles that are clean, neat, and fresh in a wide range of attractive colors, hardworking clothes for hardworking people from Dempsey. Dempsey Uniform Rental Service. Call us today.
Wanda's on the Park inside the Sheraton Crossgate in downtown Wilkes-Barre is famous for its delicacies, roast duck, delicious meat dishes, and more. We can't forget Wanda's exclusive oven-baked bread served tableside, or Wanda's unique salad show with shrimp and coconut, all served complimentary with every dinner, or Wanda's dinner-side piano serenades. But what we really want you to know is Wanda's dinners are priced so you don't have to wait for a special occasion. Make tonight special at Wanda's on the Park inside the Sheraton Crossgate in downtown Wilkes-Barre.
Hurricane Gloria may have caused all kinds of problems in our area, but the storm will not put a damper on the farmers market in Scranton. There was a lot of flooding in this area around the farmers market in Scranton's Providence section, but today crews were out cleaning up, and we're told the Scranton farmers market will be open tomorrow from 2 to 8. That's good news. I think we have some more good news coming up now from meteorologist Paul Hepner. Paul?
Well, Nolan, something related to farming. You know what's in the sky tonight?
Yeah, it's big and it's round and it's bright.
Right, that's the full moon. Now, do you know what it's called during the month of September?
No, a harvest moon.
The harvest moon,
Oh,
right.
I shouldn't have said that. I should have
You gave the answer away. Indeed, we have the harvest moon out here, and the harvest moon is used by the farmers to get some of their crops up by the light of night. Okay, well, if they're heading out tonight, they better bring a jacket. It's getting cool. Here are the current readings in Avoca, where temperatures are sliding down into the 50s. It'll be another cool one tonight, but I think a couple degrees warmer than last night. Current temperature stands at 59 degrees. The relative humidity is 68%, thanks to a northwest wind at 7 miles per hour. And we have a steady barometer at 30.27 inches. A look at today's high temperature shows that we've managed to reach the lower 70s, a 30-degree range in temperature coming up from 43 in the morning. Now, the high temperature is a little above normal, and the low temperature is a little bit below normal. We won't complain. The record high was about 85 degrees. Okay, let's shift into the satellite picture this evening, and we find that the East Coast had just a delightful day all the way from the tip of Maine down to pretty close to the tip of Florida. Meanwhile, out west, they are recovering from some heavy snow out there. Winter is leaving its mark on the Rockies. Here are some scenes from out west, and indeed, it was a rough day for the truckers who are trying to truck on down the highway. A little tough to do that when you have 10 inches of snow on the ground. That jogger probably found it a little bit cold in Denver this morning with a temperature of 17 degrees. That temperature, by the way, set a record not only for the date, but for the month. I wonder if these guys thought the weather was just ducky. Well, certainly the skiers that are out waxing their skis, getting in their first run of the season. Now look at the satellite picture, which is more recent, shows that indeed it is a cold rain out across portions of Nebraska and Kansas. Just a little bit too warm for it to snow out there. with temperatures that are right around 40 degrees. This front marched winter to the west from summer to the east. We had absolutely delightful weather today thanks to this high-pressure system. And as it continues to move offshore, we'll see more warm air coming up from the south with temperatures that'll be up in the 70s. Now, today's high temperatures range from 70 up across portions of northern Maine into the 70s in the Carolinas. Not much of a spread in temperatures today across the area, except, look at this, readings that were in the 30s and 40s out to the west. Now look at the weather map for tomorrow. Shows that low pressure will be turning to the east, but very slowly. This front will come across the region sometime late Tuesday and into Wednesday, and as it does so, some cool air will come in on the back side of it. But most of the really cool air this week is going to stay up across the northern plain states and southeastern Canada. Our flow should be pretty much on the mild side. That means temperatures this week, they'll be mainly in the 60s and 70s. Okay, here's a look at the forecast for tomorrow. It'll be pleasant, 71 degrees in Thompson, Warrior Run, Luzerne County, 76 degrees tomorrow. Temperatures out across the central counties. In Milton, for instance, 78 degrees. And Heiner, Clinton County, readings in the mid-70s. Here's a look at sunrise and sunset for tomorrow. It goes as follows. Coming up at 6:58 in the morning, and sunset tomorrow night will be at 6:46. For tomorrow, sunshine and 76 for high temperature. Clouds rolling in Tuesday, 71, chance of a shower by evening. And then for Wednesday, we'll get a shower in the morning, then partial clearing by the afternoon, high temperature 67. Nolan, as I see it, partly sunny, 65 for Thursday. So all in all, pretty good week shaping up.
Certainly, and we'll enjoy tomorrow, that's for sure. Thank you, Paul. Coming up, Tim Carlson with the scores and highlights of the NFL wrap. Plus, the Mets tighten up the National League East race. The Sports Watch is next.
It's a celebration. It's a grand opening. It's a chance to save at Sam's Carpetland at their new location in Scranton. All this week, we're celebrating with special prices on all in-stock merchandise. Come in all week and register to win prizes, no purchase necessary. Sale prices will be in effect at all 3 locations all week long during our grand opening event. MasterCard and Visa accepted, 90 days, same as cash on approved credit.
Why would you pay more than you have to rent or buy your videotapes and discs? Hi, this is the Woody Guy to tell you how you can save money when you join the Video World Tape Club.
Now, Video World has a great matinee special. Monday through Thursday, you can get your favorite movie for $1. All you have to do is return the movie by 6. That's it. Have it back by 6, and you pay $1. You can only get this fantastic deal at Video World. Now at 2 locations, in the Kingston Corners building on Wyoming Avenue and 108 Mulberry Street in Berwick.
All the scores coming up. Tim, take it away.
All right, we'll get to the baseball in a second. I know a lot of people are interested in that, but hey, it's football season, folks. I'll tell you, week 4 of the NFL season done, but the Monday night game, of course. And there are only 2 teams unbeaten, the Rams and Bears. And I bet you didn't think they'd be that good. Speaking of good, some good fortune along with excellent defense helped the Giants beat the Eagles in overtime today. A look at that one and more on the Sunday NFL wrap. First half scoreless in this game, but the Eagles and the Giants, but the Eagles take the lead. A McFadden field goal, 3-0 Birds. The Giants back to tie it. Jeff Atkinson in for Haji Sheik with a 49-yarder, and it's 3-3. Then, late in the third, the Giants get one from the offense. Phil Simms to Mark Favaro, 10-3. And the Giants are up, but the Eagles defense called that one and almost raised them one. Watch this. Simms back to pass in his own end zone, throws up the Goodyear blitz, and Herman Edwards takes it in for the touchdown to tie it at 10-10. Now, Philly missed a field goal to win it late in regulation. Then in overtime with the score at 10-10, the Eagles with the ball. Jaworski back to pass. The ball's tipped, and Elvis Patterson picks it up. He'll go to 29 yards for the touchdown, and the Giants win it 16-10. At Chicago, the Bears destroyed the Skins. Riggins makes it 10-0 Washington in the first quarter, but that was it. Then the Bears scored 31 second-quarter points. 6 on this 99-yard kickoff return by one of the fastest people in the world. That's Willie Gulf. And watch him fly and put the moves on. And then, running back Walter Payton had a nice day, too. No, as a running back, okay, but as a quarterback, he did great. Watch this now. The halfback option play. He throws to quarterback Jim McMahon for the touchdown. The Bears roll over the Redskins 45-10. The Bears are 4-0. At San Francisco, the Super Bowl champs lost again, this time to New Orleans. No kidding. Niners go up in the second, 7-0. Wendell Tyler, 8 yards for the score. But just before the half, Hokie Gason scores for the Saints from 5 yards out at 7-7. Then the Saints take the lead with 13 seconds and a half. John Anderson from 39 yards, 10-7 New Orleans. Roger Craig puts the Niners up 17-13 early in the fourth. But this pass, this pass from Dave Wilson to Eugene Goodlow, and there goes the voice with 9 minutes left and the difference was that right there, 20-17, the Saints win it. Let's go to the NFL scoreboard. Giants over the Eagles, 16-10 in OT. Dallas over Houston, 17-10. St. Louis wins over Green Bay, 43-28. Chicago big over Washington. The Raiders beat New England. It was Minnesota 27-20 over Buffalo. Kansas City over Seattle, 28-7. Detroit beat Tampa Bay, 30-9. San Francisco loses to New Orleans, 20-17. Miami over Denver, 30-26. Indianapolis losing to the Jets, 25-20. There you see the Rams 4-0. They beat the Atlanta Falcons 17-6. And Cleveland over San Diego 21-7. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Channel 16. Good AFC Central matchup, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Gonna like that one. 6 games left in the regular season. The Mets are 3 games behind the Cardinals in the NL East. And this week, as a matter of fact, on Tuesday, the Mets play the Cards 3 games in St. Louis. And don't you love it? That's what it's all about. Today, the Mets took 10 to beat the Pirates, while the Cards lost to Montreal. In the screen, you're going to see Darryl Strawberry, homer number 27, most for a Mets left-handed batter ever, and it puts them up 6-3 in the 6th. Looks good, right? The Bucks come back, go ahead, but Howard Johnson ties it in the 9th for the Mets. It's 7-7. The Mets win it in the 10th, though. Gary Carter, 32nd homer of the year, his 13th in the month of September, and the Mets win it 9-7 in 10 innings. And trot it out, Gary. National League, Mets over the Pirates, 9-7 and 10. They're 3 back as Montreal knocked off the Cardinals 7-5. Is that a big series starting Tuesday? Cubs over the Phillies, 6-2. Atlanta beat San Diego 3-2. Cincy's still 5.5 back. They beat Houston today, but the Dodgers won. The magic number is 3 as they beat San Francisco 7-2. The Yankees 5.5 back of Toronto with 8 to play. That's not good. They did take 2 for Baltimore today, but the Jays won 2. In Cleveland, the Angels took a game lead in the West over Kansas City. That's rookie Darrell Miller, his first Major League home run of the year for the Angels. They won it 9-3. Kansas City lost to Minnesota. We checked the scoreboard in the American League. Yankees over Baltimore 4-0 and 9-2. Don Mattingly, by the way, the first Yankee since Joe DiMaggio to have 200-hit seasons back-to-back. You think he's going to get a lot of money out of George Steinbrenner, contract time? Toronto over Milwaukee, 13-5. Their magic number is 3. Minnesota over Kansas City, 6-3. And with California beating Cleveland 9-3, California up by a game in the West. Boston over Detroit, 8-4. Chicago beat Oakland 3-0. And Texas over Seattle by a score of 5-2. And that's it. No horses at the Downs tonight because of some problems down that way from Hurricane Gloria. And Jay Christopher will be here tomorrow morning at 6 and then at noon. And Joe's on here tomorrow night at 6 for the brand new high school Super 16 football rankings. And you know what? There's going to be some changes at the top again.
That's always been a volatile week, hasn't it?
It's been tough. It's been tough.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tim.
Sure.
Still ahead, we'll be taking one last trip down the Pennsylvania Road to the Bloomsburg Fair to find out what's happening. We'll be right back.
Breadcrumbs. If you think they're all alike, you should taste breadcrumbs with imported Italian Romano cheese. You'll find this delicious Pecorino Romano flavor in 4C ready-flavored breadcrumbs, along with parsley, onion, nutmeg, garlic, coriander, sage, and of course, breadcrumbs. If you think breadcrumbs are just breadcrumbs, taste 4C and taste the difference imported Italian Romano cheese makes. 4C, they're not just breadcrumbs.
Coffee should please all the senses. To the eye, it should appear rich, not thin. The aroma should capture the taste, intense, as in this dark roasted Nescafe Brava. Smooth, as in this Nescafe Silka. And the taste, that's why only Nescafe custom blends 4 distinctive coffees.
Ultimately, taste is in the eye, nose, and palate of the beholder.
Nescafe, taste your way.
Finally tonight, the Bloomsburg Fair of 1985 is now history. But before all the fun came to an end, we sent Newswatch 16's Mike Stevens on the Pennsylvania Road to the fair, and we asked Mike if he could find some nice, quiet spot in the middle of all that hustle and bustle.
This barn where the chickens are is kind of a noisy one. There's cluck-clucks here and cluck-clucks there. So many clucks you can hardly think. Yet over in one corner, peace and serenity have settled like a blanket, for here are the rabbits. If you watch them long enough, you find that nothing at all bothers the rabbits, nothing much at all. For them, in their cages, this is like having a front row seat at a parade. Hour by hour, people pass by.
Everyone wants to look at the rabbits. People of all ages, people of all sizes. They come to contemplate the hares that are here, to discuss the slope of the ear or the fineness of the fur. Rabbits aren't impressed by us at all. Through this whole parade, they stay pretty much calm and collected. Here is about as excited as a rabbit will get. It is not very much, but it is all we can show you. Now, here is more of what rabbits do during the fair. A cleanup to keep a snowy coat clean all over. A little snack, perhaps. A break before the next crowd moves in. Like a commercial in a TV show. Rabbits rest a lot, wherever they can find the room. Sometimes they doze. You know how it is after a long day. I've come to the conclusion that this portion of the fair is a pretty good one. These rabbits have developed a serenity that many of us might value. Like them, we might find it worthwhile sometimes to just sit back and watch the world go by. I'm Mike Stevens, Newswatch 16, on the Pennsylvania Road in Bloomsburg.
That's good advice. That's Newswatch 16 update for tonight. And for the first news of the new day, join Newswatch 16's Marisha Burke and the rest of the team for Newswatch 16 this morning, beginning at 6:30. For the weekend team, including Jim and Susan, who have this night off, thank you for joining us, and good night.